Ashley. My name's Emma, and I'm an advocate for the Children's Mental Health Association for those who come in to look for support and those who are referred to us.
Okay.
I just want to know, how's your day been so far today?
It's been okay. I didn't really feel like getting out of bed though this morning.
I feel that. Now, has that been just like a morning thing, or is it more of an all-day type of deal?
I've been lazy all day.
All day. Well, we can definitely get into that situation a little bit later on.
Okay.
But first, I just want to explain to you what confidentiality here is.
Okay.
So typically confidentiality would be you're able to share whatever you want with me. The only exception would be if you were about to harm yourself or if you were to harm someone else, or if a child was in danger, we would need to report that to the appropriate authority.
Okay.
Now I just want to ask, what is your ideal definition of confidentiality, or what you would like it to be?
Pretty much whatever I say here stays between us.
A safe space.
Yeah, pretty much,
that's definitely fair. And I do find it great that that's what you're seeking, is a safe space, because that's what we want to give you.
Okay.
Right. Now, moving forward, I am aware that you were referred to us by your school. And how do you feel about being referred?
I'm not that mad about it, but I just feel like I'd feel a bit better about it if it was my own choice.
Your own choice. That's totally understandable. It kind of took you by surprise.
Yeah.
So your feelings and emotions about that are definitely validated, because it was a shock to you.
Yeah.
And I also just want to know, what has your experience with counseling been before, if any?
Well, a few years ago, after my mother passed away, we received hospice counseling.
So group counseling?
Yeah, it was counseling within a group, and pretty much it was a positive experience on my behalf, because I just felt like since there's other people in the group, we all kind of had the same experience.
You're able to relate to each other.
Yeah, it was more connecting.
It's more connecting. It's easier to open up when you feel that there's someone else that is going through the exact same thing that you are. Now, how do you feel about one-on-one counseling then?
I've never actually received it before, so I'm not like completely against it, but just because I was referred, I wasn't prepared.
And it's a bit different than group counseling. It can be a little bit more intimidating.
Yeah.
There's more pressure, not pressure, but there's more things that you need to talk about that maybe you wouldn't in a group setting.
Yes.
And I just wanted to know if you overall found it helpful, the group counseling.
Yeah, I thought it for that particular experience and why we got referred to the counseling, it helped a lot for that.
Well, I'm very happy to hear that, and I hope that we can have that same experience. And so if you're comfortable, Ashley, I'd like to discuss some of the reasons why you were referred to us.
Okay.
So one of the main concerns for us was that you were found self-harming in your school's bathroom, and that's why you were referred to us. So how long have you actually been doing self-harming behavior?
I'd say roughly about a year.
About a year? And what in particular triggered you on that day?
On the day of me
in the bathroom.
I think it was when I seen my ex-boyfriend holding hands with another girl.
Okay.
And I seen the bathroom.
So all those feelings just kind of came up, and you
really
needed to escape and just release.
Yeah.
And it's school. There's everybody around, and maybe the bathroom was that quiet space that you needed.
No one in there.
Yeah. All right. And when did you and your ex break up?
I think it was actually about a year ago too.
A year ago. So you would say that it is possible that there is a correlation between your breakup and maybe the self-harming behavior?
Yeah, possibly, because it is around the same time period.
Okay. And so what is your current support system like? What type of friends do you hang out with, and what's your relationship with your family?
My dad's not home that often.
Okay.
And I don't really talk to my brother too much. He's younger than I am, but the group of friends I hang out with now, they are from other people. They perceived as the rougher crowd.
Okay, so now you say now. So what happened before? Were you hanging out with a different group of friends?
Kind of, yeah. I was really close with this girl, Becky, and
Okay.
we were really involved in like gymnastics, and we were really good at school, and
Yeah.
like, all that.
So what happened between you and Becky's relationship, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, I think when I started cutting, I told, or she's seen it, and she didn't really know what to say. She didn't know how to deal with it,
Okay.
and she kind of just
disappeared.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's okay.
Because that's hard on anybody, right?
Yeah,
And
but
maybe she just at that time she didn't know how to respond. Maybe she was scared that she'd say something that would affect you negatively. It is always good to keep in mind if you do want to get that relationship with her back. You could even suggest her coming in with you for a counseling session just so that she can be educated on why people cope the way that they cope. And maybe that way it would pull you guys back closer together.
Okay.
So what has changed since you began hanging out with this rougher crowd?
Well, I guess you could say like I've really lost like my motivation, I guess.
Okay. Is there any particular reason?
Well, sometimes, if we're talking about gymnastics, when I stopped going to gymnastics, it's like I was too tired in the morning, or they'd ask me, like, or they'd tell me there was like a party going on, or they were doing something, and it was like going to be this much fun, or like this was going on, so it was kind of.
So once morning came, you were a bit lethargic to get into bed, or maybe hungover some days.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then, I would just hang out with them.
So then, after a while, you just stopped going to gymnastics?
Yeah, I didn't even quit. I just stopped showing up.
Okay.
I just didn't go anymore.
Now, is that something that you want to get back into eventually?
Possibly.
Possibly?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. So, Ashley, what I believe that's most important for us to talk about today and address is alternative coping mechanisms for self-harming when you're feeling triggered.
Okay.
So, what would you say are some of the strengths that you think you have?
I can't think of any.
Okay, that's all right. You don't have to think of any right now. You do have strengths, just know that. Maybe as an easier question, how would your family members describe you?
Well, my mom used to say I was really smart when she was around. She used to tell me I was
She was your go-getter? She was your biggest fan?
Yeah, she would always tell me I was really smart and I could do anything I put my mind to and all that stuff.
So since you've lost her, and I'm sorry to hear about that, you've kind of lost your person to push you, right?
Yeah, I guess you could say that, yeah.
And you're only 13, so you really do need that structure and support of an adult not only pushing you, but helping you get through these things and help you progress with the things that you want to do, because it is very easy to lose motivation at such a young age when you don't have that authority figure helping you along the way. Because, like you said, you can get in with the rougher group of friends and maybe they don't have the same motivation as your parents would have liked your friends to have, and that can be difficult. So, some things that I'd like to have you try between now and throughout our visits.
Okay.
Just different ways to deal with triggers. You can try out a bunch. Some may not work for you, and that's totally okay. Not everybody's the same.
Okay.
So one of those ways is meditation and breathing exercises. Some people do really well with just sitting down and taking a few deep breaths. Another thing is pacing back and forth. Sometimes when your mind is so distracted with walking back and forth, that urge of hurting yourself is going to alleviate itself over time.
Okay.
That may take 20 minutes, it may take 5 minutes. The goal is not to do anything harmful. So if it does take half an hour, it takes half an hour. That's totally okay. Another thing that you could add with pacing or just by it yourself is having an elastic band on your wrist. And every time that you feel that temptation to self-harm, you just pull and release and pull and release. That way you're still getting the irritation of the band and feeling not a type of pain, but
more the irritation.
Irritation, which is really, it's more of a mental thing, but releasing that pain it's sometimes helpful to the brain, but to yourself it's not.
Yeah.
So that way, it's a way to release that.
Okay.
in a healthier manner.
Okay.
Another thing is, are you very artistic?
Kind of. I like to doodle sometimes when I have a pen and paper and I'm bored in class.
Yeah. Well, instead of paper, next time maybe you try drawing on your own skin, because when you're self-harming, you are doing that action, right? But
Okay.
replace whatever you're using to self-harm with a pen, and you're still getting those actions out on your own body, but at the same time, it's not hurting yourself.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So do you think any of those would work for you?
Yeah, I could try a few of those for
Great.
sure.
Yeah, and like I said, you don't have to stick with it. If something doesn't work, move on to the next thing.
Yeah.
There's no harm and there's no judgment in trying many different things.
Okay.
So Ashley, what would you like to gain out of our interactions overall?
Pretty much just like the better coping skills
And tools?
to not like hurt myself and not to have to worry about like that side of it anymore and try to have a better understanding.
Well, that's great to hear. It's great that you're taking the initiative to seek out those tools. I know that you were referred, but the fact that you're
So
openly talking and desiring those things is really great to hear, okay? My last question here for you is, how often would you like to meet? What do you think is a good mix between school and family and friends that would be beneficial to you?
Maybe once a week.
Once a
just
week?
to maybe just like see how everything's going.
And kind of regulate. Like you said, you've lost motivation. Maybe
See what
starting at 1 day a week.
Yeah.
And see how you do with that. And then you're getting yourself into a routine again.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Awesome. Well, Ashley, it was great to meet you today, and I look forward to getting to know each other better, and to begin to unpack some of the difficulties that you've been experiencing, and also move towards a healthier and happier solution together, okay?
Okay, awesome.
Perfect.
Thank you.
You're welcome.